Hey there, students. Mrs. Herring here, and what we are going to do today is we're going to take a look at some of our journal entries from the week and decide which one we think is our most interesting and best piece from the week. Then we're going to edit that one, make corrections as needed, and that will be the one that we submit for our Dropbox assignment. So, I'm taking a look at my different entries for the week. So I wrote 3 days. Typically, you will write 5 days a week. So I think that this day was really my most interesting day. So this top day here, I just kind of talk about, just the basic day. What did I have for breakfast? Some things about my school. And then on the 10th, I wrote a little bit about the weather and some work habits. But on the 9th, I wrote about an upcoming trip that I have. I even have more than one paragraph. And I think that this will be a good one for me to edit because it has the most detail, and I think that it's going to be interesting for my reader. So whenever I go to edit something, I'm going to take a look at a few things. I'm going to notice where my spelling may be incorrect. And if you're using a word processor, that will usually show with some markings underneath. I'm also going to check for capitalization and periods and those types of things. So one great tip is to read out loud, okay? So I'm going to read it to myself out loud. January 9th, 2020. Dear Journal, I am excited about next week. My family is taking a trip. We are going to Florida. Okay, now I do notice that Florida is a place. It's a proper noun, so I need to make sure that I have that capitalized. So that's something that you'll want to watch for. I like it in Florida. Oh, there, I made that same mistake again, so I need to go through and change that one. Okay, now I'm going to reread this sentence so it makes sense. I like it in Florida because it is warm there. It is cold in Ohio right now, so I am looking forward to sunshine. Okay, now I noticed something else. I have another place, another proper noun, and I need to capitalize that. Let's move on to the next sentence. Okay, here I have a period where I said I'm looking forward to sunshine. And then let's read the next sentence. While we are there, we will swim, eat at some restaurants, and sleep in. I do notice that I need a capital at the beginning of this sentence. Remember, at the beginning of every sentence, you need to start with a capital letter. While we are there, we will swim, comma, eat at some restaurants, comma, and sleep in. Okay, now I notice that restaurants is underlined. Now this is how it spells, but if you're using a word processor, you can usually right-click, and then it will give you suggestions for the correct spelling. So here's how we actually spell restaurants. So I'm going to click that, and it will replace it. My parents will be there, and we will stay with them. I'm noticing I have another spelling error here, so I'm going to again right-click that. Oh, and it got me. Parents. So I click that to replace. Sometimes we go to Disney World, but this year we might do something else instead. One thing that you may not catch, Disney I did a good job capitalizing, but Disney World is kind of like a first and last name, like how my name is Hannah Herring. Both get a capital letter. And in this, Disney and World get a capital letter. This year we might do something else instead. Again, I notice that I have this spelled incorrectly, so I'm going to click on it and right-click, and it knows that I'm trying to say instead. We drive there, and it takes about 16 hours. Here's the word about. My family likes to road trip. We play different games, listen to music, and podcasts. We usually drive through the night and wear our pajamas. I like driving because we can stop anytime we want. I will be back at school. Oh, see, it'll give me a suggestion there. After the long weekend we have for Martin Luther King Day. I am working on working ahead so that I can relax while we are on our trip. I will write again soon. Martin Luther King Day is